In this video, I'm going to show you how to transform your pictures into really beautiful vector art using Photoshop. So let's get started. Hey, what's up guys, Dhruval here, back with another video, and as you can see, this is the final output. Now let's look at the original picture. So this is the picture that we will work on, and this is what we will try to create. Now before I start the video, here are some advices. For this effect, you need to know how to use pen tool, this tool as you can see here. If you don't, there are a bunch of tutorials on YouTube, you can find them. And another thing is, if you are a beginner, try to select image that is really simple. As you can see this example, hair are short, there is not a lot of details going on, which you can cover up and finish it. Okay, now let's go to the original file as you can see here. And first thing we will have to do is create the outlines where we will fill the colors. So it's pretty simple. Go and create a new blank layer from here and name it outline. Also in this effect, always name your layers, otherwise you will easily get confused. So now let's create outline. For that, as you can see, I have selected my pen tool, and here are some brief overview on the tool. Okay, first of all, you will make a dot, then you will make another dot, but you will not release your click. Don't release your mouse click, and then drag it, something like this. So it will allow you to curve it. Once you make a point, zoom in, and do you see this dot here? Hold your Alt key and click on that. So it will turn off the handle, and now you can create another point. So I'm gonna do another click, drag my mouse and make the curvature. Then hold your Alt key, close the handle and make another point and drag it. Close the handle, make another point, drag it. And this way you will have to create entire outline of the hair. In this effect, always start with the hair. It will make it easier for you to follow up another body parts. So go and do it. So as you can see, I did the selection of the hair, and as you can see here, when I was at this point, I needed to go on this side. So I went completely all the way over the face. So now we also have selection of almost entire face, and also selection of the hair. That's why you do it first. Once your shape is ready, what you have to do is go and select your brush tool, right click and make sure hardness is 100%. And after that you have to select your brush size. So from here it can be really difficult to judge. So what you can do, okay, I know. What you can do is go and make it smaller using your bracket keys. So you can have exact idea how bigger your stroke has to be. For my file, I think somewhere around it was 8 pixel or 9 pixel was fine. So this is 9 pixel I think. After that you have to make a stroke out of it. So for that, now again go and select your pen tool. And as long as you have shape, you can right click here and select stroke path. So when you click on that, it will ask you. So generally I recommend not using simulate pressure, and then just simply hit OK. So as you can see, it created a stroke from whatever color was in foreground. So this was mistake on our side, so I'm gonna press Ctrl Z. So the stroke is gone. Now make sure that the color here is black. So whatever color is here, that will be your stroke. So it's black again. So right click and select stroke path and make sure simulate pressure is off. Then go and hit OK. Also, when you apply the stroke, make sure that you have your outline layer active and not the image, so you don't hurt your original image. So this is clear. Let's zoom out. After that, to get rid of it, you can simply press delete or enter key. So I'm gonna press enter and the selection is gone. And now we have this really nice outline on its own. We good? Okay, now it's time to create the facial structures. So first I will finish the entire structure, then I will explain you why I did whatever I did, okay? So I'm gonna go and select my pen tool and make sure my outline layer is active, and I will first make the selection of the chin. So as you can see, I draw the path, but I didn't close it anywhere, and you can directly apply stroke here as well. But before I apply the selection, as you can see here in my brush size, I make it considerably smaller compared to this one. This was somewhere around 9 pixel, and this stroke will be 4 or 5 pixel. The main reason is that this way we can differentiate facial structure from hair outline. So now I'm gonna again select my pen tool, right click and select stroke path, and then simply hit OK. So as you can see, we have this really thin stroke which looks really nice. And now I'm gonna go and make selection of the lips. The shape is done, and now for the lips and the rest of the facial features, I will make my brush even more tiny. So it is 5 pixels, so let's go and try somewhere around 3 pixel. Yes, 3 pixel looks good. Now select a pen tool, right click, stroke path, and hit OK. So now if I turn off the background layer, you can see we have this really nice outline. Now let's turn back the background on and OK. Okay, now I'm gonna finish nose, eyes, and eyebrows. Also, sometime it will ask you stroke subpath, so simply select that and you can do it. It's completely normal. Now let's look at the eye. As you can see, I made the basic shape of the eye, then I added another outline for more detail and another outline under the eye. And when it came to eyelashes, to make it more cartoony and keep it easier, I simply created this really big stroke where in this part we will simply fill in black color and it will look completely fine. I will show you how. So all the line work is done, and now let me show you where I did the changes. So the eye was completely fine and the eyebrow was simple selection. In the nose, you will have to take it somewhere around here. It can be a bit confusing to realize how long the nose is gonna go. So try to keep it somewhere near to the eye here. And in the lips, I added a stroke line in between so we can separate both lips. And I added little bit tiny strokes here and one here so we can see the expression a little better. And when it came to put a stroke here on her neck for the clothing outline, I made the stroke just as thick as the hair so we can make it, so we can differentiate face and cloth. Looking pretty good, and all the hard work is done. Believe me, now all we have to do is just fill in color in the places just like we do in MS Paint. No big deal. So first let's start with the hair. I'm gonna go and create a new blank layer from here and rename it hair. And because we can see what is going on properly, I'm gonna create a white backdrop. So for that, create a new blank layer from here, grab your paint bucket tool and just simply go and fill in white color. Completely fine. And now turn it off so we can see what color we need. First of all, we need to make selection of the hair, right? So we have this really nice outline layer where we can select things. So what you're gonna do is make sure your outline layer is active, this one, then activate your magic wand tool here, magic wand. And first thing, make sure your tolerance is somewhere around 20% and these two things are on. And after that, you will go and click in middle of the hair. So as you can see, we have this really nice selection. Now we have to fill the color. So where we will fill it, go and activate your hair layer here. You're gonna fill it. So now go and grab your paint bucket tool, right click and select the paint bucket, and you have to pick up a color from the hair. So hold your alt key and you can pick up any color you like. I advise to select a color that is little bit bright because when we add the details, it will make it brighter anyway. Okay, so let's go and try to select some bright colors. So I think this bright should be enough. And when you do a click to fill up colors, always make sure that your particular layer is active. Like we have to fill up color in hair, so hair layer is active. Don't fill it in the outlines. Okay, so the hair layer is active and let's fill the color. Looks pretty alright, but as you can see, if I turn on this layer 1 and let's remove the selection. So you can go to select and deselect. So now if I zoom in, as you can see, we have this really tiny white line. So we have to get through that. I'm gonna show you how. Let's press Ctrl Z. Okay, so now I'm gonna turn off the white layer so we can see the model. So we are back to square one, right? We have to fill up the color. But this time, before you fill up the color, let's activate the hair layer first. You go to select, modify, here modify, and you go to expand. And here you will expand your selection by 1 or 2 pixels. So let's keep 2 for the safe side and hit OK. Now when I fill in the color, let's fill it. and turn on this white layer to check selection. Let's go to select and deselect. Now if I zoom in, as you can see, the color and the outline are point to point and looks better. Okay, so that is solved. Now let's go and fill up color in the hair and in the skin and every other place. So turn this off. Let's go and create new layer and name it face. And what do? We need selection of the face. So go and select your magic wand tool from here, this magic wand, and select your outline for the selection only, okay, and make a selection. We also need selection for the neck. So what you can do is hold your shift key and do a click here, so it will select that as well. After that, activate your face layer where you want to fill in the color, and now let's expand the selection. So go to select, modify, and expand. So let's go and expand 2 pixel, hit OK. Now it's time to fill it. So grab your paint bucket tool, hold your alt key and click on any of the really nice bright skin tone and fill it. Once it is done, go to select and deselect. Now as you can see, we cannot see the outline. So for that, grab your outline layer from here and put it on top of everything. Now we can see it. Now same way I will fill up the color in eyebrows and lips. Now as you can see, it was a mistake on my side and I forgot to draw in details of the iris. So for that, I'm just gonna simply select my outline and quickly make some strokes. Okay, now better, and let's fill in the colors. So activate your eye layer and okay, we are done, and this is what your final output should look like, somewhere near this. And if I turn on the white layer, as you can see here, it holds up really nice. And as you can see, this thick black lines instead of eyelashes holds up really nice. So everything is done, all the hard work, all the color painting is completely done, the outline layers on the top. Now we have to add in those shading details, and here's the trick. You don't have to do any pen tool selection anymore. So what you can do is unlock the background, hit OK. Now we have to make a copy of it. So press Ctrl J, you have a copy, and rename this layer details. Now I'm gonna select this layer and put it on top of everything. Now we have to make it black and white. So you can go to image, adjustment, and select where is it, desaturate. So it's black and white. After that we have to apply a filter, but before you do that, make sure your colors here are black and white completely. So then go to filter, filter gallery here, and in the filter gallery, let me zoom out. So here you have to select in the artistic the second filter, cutout. My numbers are 5, 5 and 3, but you can play around whatever settings works for you. So I'm gonna go and hit OK, and then change this layer's blending mode to multiply. So we have all the crazy details, as you can see here. I will show you how to make it better, don't worry about it. Okay, so first thing we need to do is get rid of the unnecessary area, right? So we can make a selection. Make sure you have selected your outline layer here and the magic wand tool and click anywhere outside. So you have perfect selection. Then go back to the details layer here, activate it, and then go and click on this little layer mask icon. So it is complete opposite of what we need. So activate your layer mask and press Ctrl I. So we have output that looks something like this, and don't worry, it's completely fine. First thing, let's add some contrast and brightness. So go and create new adjustment layer and then select curves. Now I'm gonna go and make it a little bit brighter so we can see the skin tones and stuff properly. And then go and make it a little bit darker so we have some contrast. Then go and close it. Now it's time to adjust your colors. So how are you gonna do that? First of all, let's adjust the color of the face. So activate it. Go to image, adjustment, and go and select hue saturation. Here you can play around all day with your colors, exactly what you need. So as you can see, if I turn it on and off, now the skin color looks much better and you can do all the changes you like. So I'm gonna go and hit OK, and now let's do the same with the hair. So activate your hair layer So everything looks fine, but I think the eyes, they look a little bit dead. So I'm gonna give you a solution for that. Go and create a new blank layer. This will be on top of your details layer, as you can see here. So now go and make sure you have selected your brush tool and you have really nice white color. After that, go and do a click here, and then in the same direction, go and do a click here. So as you can see, we have this really nice shine in the eye and it looks much better. And you can always go here in the details and reduce the opacity a little bit. So as you can see, now the details look perfect. So this way, you can play around all day, you have all the freedom, and you can create your vector arts. And for all the shading, all we had to do is apply one filter and we are good to go. So as you can see, this is the final output, and as you have realized, this effect, one, takes a lot of time, and second, it's not that easy as it seems, but this detail layer is gonna save you a lot of time. So that's it for this video, and I really hope that you guys learned something and found this video helpful. If you did, hit that like button, and if you wanna check out more videos by me, you can click on any of these boxes. Plus, you can also subscribe to my channel, so every time I upload a new video, you will get the updates. Plus, it will take you to my YouTube channel where I have lots of Photoshop tutorials just waiting for you. So till then, goodbye, take care, and have some fun with Photoshop.